So this video here has been a long time coming, and I know I'm really late when talking about this, but this is something that has affected me. It's affected me greatly, and I feel like it's finally time I shared this with the world. I know a lot of people are talking about the passing of the great Akira Toriyama, and I would like to take this time here today and talk about how he affected me personally. And I think a lot of fans, both today and of previous generations, can understand where I'm coming from. From what I'm about to talk about is why I am upset, why I'm devastated. I'm truly devastated at the fact that Toriyama-sensei had passed on. And today I want to take this time, not just to talk about it, but to celebrate his life and really just pay respects. Now, I'm well aware of the impact he made. Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, GT, the franchise, it has been around forever. When I was in school, I would see Dragon Ball art all the time. It was everywhere. People were obsessed with it. I mean, oh man, I didn't fully register it. I didn't fully register how big it was going to be until I finally got access to the internet when I turned 11 years old. Only then did I finally come across the AMVs, the fan art, the fandom, the conventions, the fan films, and then I finally started watching the show on Toonami, the traditional way. I started watching it on Toonami, and man, I was blown away. I finally understood all of the hype once I finally started watching Dragon Ball Z. I'll never forget the songs that I heard, the relationship between Gohan and Piccolo, Vegeta's perfect character development. And then I actually came across his other works like Sandland, Dr. Slump, which I kind of loved that it got a reference episode, a filler episode in Dragon Ball Super. Kind of a skippable one, but I still really appreciated it, especially now. And this man passed away at 68, and I was at work. I was on the night shift, and I finally got a chance to go on break. And I came across a YouTube channel called Tyrone Magnus. By the way, go subscribe to him, my favorite reaction channel of all time. Love you, dude. Keep doing what you're doing. But in the video, it was titled, Not Akira Toriyama. And usually he talks about the death of celebrities a lot. So when I found out, when I processed what was happening here, oh my God, it cut me like a knife. 68 years old. I still don't know how he died. He's gone. He's gone. And oh man, I just got frustrated. I got upset. I was distraught. I couldn't bring myself to even put myself back down on earth for a minute, because this man motivated me. When he made Dragon Ball Z, I was motivated to go to the gym. I was motivated to be a better person. I was just trying to be like Goku. And speaking of Goku, something I actually realized, Goku's entire personality, and this blew my mind, Goku's entire personality is infused with Toriyama's very own. Goku is a guy that takes everything in stride. He's positive. He goes through the very worst of a lot of things, and He doesn't change. He doesn't change. I know he seems to be a very flat character who changes everybody around him, but I think when Toriyama died, I'm just witnessing Goku die. Goku is Toriyama. He's Toriyama, and you don't really understand how good things really are, the great things, the great people you have in this world until they're gone. I mean, you want to talk about iconic. The world reacted with widespread tributes. I mean, the cartel, the Mexican cartel, called a ceasefire for the day just because this man was no longer with us. An icon in the childhoods of millions, millions of people. Like mine and generations before me. This man has brought nothing but greatness to this world. And I know Daima was the very last thing he's ever worked on before his unfortunate passing, but any other thing that we get, and needless to say, I'm glad we're still continuing it, and he has a spiritual successor in the form of Toyo Taro-san. But everything after this, every other piece of media, whether it be more Sandland, whether it be more Dragon Ball GT, or I don't know, Super, I mean, we continue Dragon Ball, and I know it'll just be an imitation. I know that sounds hard to say, but one positive I can say is at least he won't be forgotten. And we won't let him be forgotten. And I personally won't let you forget him either. So, one last thing I want to say is thank you. Thank you, Akira Toriyama. Thank you for making us laugh, making us cry. Thank you for your impact. Thank you for helping an entire generation. Thank you for motivating and empowering a generation, multiple generations. And thank you for inspiring us. Thank you for inspiring me. I'll never forget what you've done for us. I'll never forget your legacy. And we love you. From the depths of our hearts, as fans, as men, women, soldiers, thank you for making us believe in ourselves. Thank you for everything you've done. Your legacy is one that will go down in history. And I thank you for everything that you've given us. And even though you're no longer with us, you will live on through your works. Every time I sit down to watch Dragon Ball again, I'll remember you. Rest in power, rest in peace, and thank you for everything.